Hello everybody, my name is Panda West, and Sleater-Kinney, even though I've only known them for about half a year, they have quickly ran up to be one of my favorite artists of all time. They are aggressive riot girl punk that really knew how to push the boundaries of the genre and really helped it for it. So today I will be counting down my top 10 favorite songs by Sleater-Kinney. This is not technically a best list, a popularity contest. This is just what I think are the most appealing to me. So without further ado, here we go. At number 10 is Youth Decay, one of the best off of their 2000 album, All Hands on the Bad One. Youth Decay is a tale about an abusive father in the eyes of the daughter. And just the way the storytelling, Corin Tucker and Carrie Brownstein are very good storytellers. You can hear that on songs like The Fox and One More Hour. You can kind of get this feeling from each song. Even if you don't know exactly what it means, you can at least get something out of it. And Youth Decay is a perfect example of that. And even this song, it strikes a lot of nerves that, like, it takes a lot of nerve to talk about stuff like this. And Sleater-Kinney was always a fearless band to write about stuff like this. They were a part of the Riot Girl movement, or at least in the ending parts of it. But they really execute it well here, and it's a very aggressive song, and it's pretty good. At number 9, we have Hot Rock. The title track off of the Hot Rock from 1999 this is more of a slow jam, kind of a slow burner. It was the second track off of the album, but there's something about it that, with the chilled out guitars and the ride heavy drums, there is such an atmosphere to it, and that's what I love about the slow Sleater-Kinney songs. Almost all the slow songs have this weird atmosphere to them. An atmosphere that would be even more explored in One Beat and The Woods. Even if it wasn't just slow songs, even the atmosphere was on the faster ones too. But this was a blueprint. This song was a blueprint for what would become 2000 Sleater-Kinney, and for that I immensely respect it. With number 8, Be Your Mama. The first Sleater-Kinney album is probably the best. Maybe not the best, but one of the best. For its raw energy, it's a short, sharp shock of just pure aggression and defiance. And Be Your Mama is just, it's not the most aggressive, but it is one of the most aggressive. And the shrieks that Corin delivers on this song are I love the first album's shrieks. And there are more first album Sleater-Kinney songs on this list, and both of the songs have shrieks in them. This is the first. And besides that, it's an amazing song about, well, not to be redundant, but defiance. At number 7 is The Drama You've Been Craving For, off of the Dig Me Out album. This is one of the more pop-centric Dig Me Out songs, and while pop can be a buzzword for some reviewers and even some music fans, I kind of like how they embrace pop in their music, because it provides a flair to your normal riot girl punk, and they deliver it the best they can do. And the minimalism is kind of the key to that. The song, like, even Sleater-Kinney as a band, they have 2 guitarists and a drummer. What are you gonna make with that? You're gonna make some minimalistic stuff that actually works if you know how to work it. And they know how to work it. At number 6, A Quarter to Three. It's actually double 3, but... A Quarter to Three is the best Sleater-Kinney closer of any closer in Sleater-Kinney. Not even last song. Not even last song. A Quarter to Three. It has everything that album has, but it's done so well. Well, even better than any other track on the Hot Rock. A Quarter to Three is just a slow burner that will end slow burners. The way the guitars complement the drums that are barely there. I know that doesn't sound I know that doesn't sound that good. It's hard to explain, but there's something about it that's so indie. And it has, like, it's one of the most indie songs they've made, and it's not even from their indie album. But, like, I have no words to explain this song. It's just, Coming in at number 5 is Entertain from The Woods. Now, this is actually, quite literally, their most entertaining song. Well, I say that, there's 4 more to go, but this is one of their most entertaining songs. It's got killer drums that just drive the whole song, and shrieking guitars, and just the powerhouses that the vocals of Carrie Brownstein and Corin Tucker are, that just make this whole song just a pump fest. Just raise your hands in the air, get in that pit, and just, At number 4 is A Real Man from the Sleater-Kinney album. This is the other song from Sleater-Kinney, the album, that is just amazing. Clocking in at only a couple seconds above 1 minute, it is filled with so much more content than almost any other Sleater-Kinney song. It's filled with power, aggression, the shrieking. It's literally the Sleater-Kinney song. It's the Sleater-Kinney song. When people think of early Sleater-Kinney and its raw aggression, I think people should think this song. It is their most ferocious. It is just so raw and powerful. I actually got goosebumps listening to the song when I first heard it. It just came out as such a surprise, and I was hooked on it from the moment I heard it. At number 3 is One More Hour. I don't care if it's overrated. It's still a good song. When most people think of One More Hour, they usually think of the infamous is it Lookout magazine issue about that kind of told the world that Carrie and Corin. And so, yeah, the song may be rooted in some controversy, but I still think it's an amazing breakup song. It talks about how, like, she doesn't want to feel anything anymore, so just give her one more hour to pack her stuff and just go. No words, just nothing. Just let me pack my stuff and go. I don't want anything in between us. And even with the context of that, like, they still played together, and that's kind of that, though that it does kind of like give it more points. I still think it's a great mid-tempo Sleater-Kinney song that really shows their multifacetedness, where they can mix their ferociousness along with their more nuanced type things. Number 2 is "Oh!" exclamation point from One Beat. This, like, I barely pay attention to the lyrics on this one, but do I really have to? The music just speaks for itself. It is such an amazing track you can just dance to, with that weird jig of a chord progression, and and then I love how they just add synths in the chorus, and it's like, it's Dig Me Out Sleater-Kinney as told through No Cities to Love, if that makes any sense. And then number 1, A New Wave from No Cities to Love. Okay, here's a little something I have to say. I actually didn't think No Cities to Love was all that good of a record. I mean, I thought it was okay. I mean, it was still good. It was still entertaining enough, but I don't think it's their best by any means, and it's in the lower tier Sleater-Kinney albums. But nonetheless, this song, I think, is their best. And it may not be my first song, but it is the song that got me into this band. I first heard Jumpers and I wasn't impressed. I mean, I like it now, but when I first heard it, I just didn't like it. I thought it was just subpar indie rock. And then I heard A New Wave, and I heard the band. I heard the band. A love song, it is, and it's kind of like Oh, except it's a love song, in which it has an amazing jig of a chord progression, and again, it has that raw energy. It's maybe not ferocious or explosive, but it has that energy to carry it. And this is probably one of Janet Weiss's best drum works on a song, with that, especially on the what's it called? Bridge, I guess you can call it. And then just the breakdown of this song. I can go on for hours and hours about how much I love this song, but like, this is all I can give you right now. So that was the video. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, I don't care. If you haven't heard Sleater-Kinney, please do. They're such a good band, and like, even if you aren't into punk, I feel like you should at least give this a spin, especially if you do love indie rock. And, well, bye. I'm Panda West Music Talk. Subscribe if you want to. And, well, see you next time.